Welcome back. In this tutorial, I'm going to discuss delete statements in SQL, and I'm going to walk you through some examples to better explain delete statement and its purpose while performing deletion from a table, within a table, or from other tables. So without any further ado, let's get to it. But before we get started, don't forget to watch my tutorial on insert and update because the trio of insert, update, and deleting sometimes go hand in hand, especially when you're doing data loads, data migration, and incrementally, and you would like to create a logic for the incremental data loads. It's very important that you know both the concept and the practice of the insertion, deletion, and updating of data from within and from within a table or multiple tables. So let's start. I created some tables here, as you probably know it by now. I have the log table. I have the student record table, which I demoed in my video on updating. So for the deleting, I made some minor tweaks to the contents of it. So one of the tweaks that I probably forgot about is this one here, the name. Um, what I'm going to do, I'm going to run these statements right here, all the way to here, so that I can create. In fact, let me just move this a little bit down, so that I can create. So I can create the tables and also insert the values of inside these tables. So let me go ahead and run them. Apparently these tables already exist, it says, so that means let me check since I made uh, some adjustments to the values inside those tables. I may need to delete it. So I think that was it. Only log was created. I don't see any student record here. Okay, so let me go ahead and run this. And there you go. So the query was successful, and let me refresh it. I should be able to see both of my tables, my log table, all right, and my student record table. All right, very good. So both of these tables are created, and the data values inside were inserted inside. All right, so there are three parts to delete statement, just like the update statement. The first part is how you can delete using a given value. Okay, so I'm going to probably use either log or maybe student record for the first example. Yeah, maybe the log. So the log, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete a record or row, whichever you prefer to call it, and I'm going to remove a record or row, and I will make sure that I provide a conditionality for it. And that conditionality is what I call a given value. So as you probably know by now that I in an update video tutorial, I deleted the table, the content of the tables multiple times. So you probably know the standard delete statement by now, but I'm also going to run one example on that as well. But let me first do the one with the where clause. So delete from, okay? So the syntax is you're going to say delete from, and then you're going to specify the name of the table. That's the third argument. So the name of the table is log. Okay. Now here's the thing, and I'll do it, and I'll perform an example. If you do not specify a where clause, and if you perform this statement, then you're going to get everything from your table, all the values deleted. Again, your table will not be dropped. It will only be the values meaning these data inside your table that will be deleted. All right, so you're going to say delete from log, and then you're going to specify the conditionality. Like let's say I'm going to say delete from this log where student ID is equal to 1001. You don't have to use a single quote for this because this is an integer data type. So go ahead and run this. There you go. It says one uh, record was deleted. So now when we reopen the log table, you're going to see that now it's two records. Our record that we specified here, 1001, has been deleted. So that was the first example. The second example, maybe I can just call this delete um, delete all uh, records from a table, right? And again, you're only deleting. I'm going to remind you again, you're only deleting the values, the records, the data from the table. You're not dropping the table. There's a different statement for drop table. So delete from log. So again, if you don't specify the where clause, then SQL is going to delete all the records. So let's go ahead and do it. It says delete the two records were deleted. So we had two records available. And so let's go ahead and open the log table. There you go. It's an empty table. The table is not dropped, but the values were deleted. All right, so let me go ahead and restore my log table by rerunning this insert into log. Okay, check it and validate it. All right, those three records are now restored. So that was the first part. The second part is deleting using another column value. So another column value, maybe for that one, I should do the student record. Oh no, okay. So I need to have two, okay, so I need to go back. I need to go back and delete all the content again. And for the log, I may need to have um, two values for both of these account creation date and the last login date. All right, let me go ahead and insert this again and check it. All right, very good. So what I just did right now is I recreated these two values and I wanted them to be duplicates so that I can perform a delete from uh, table, the record where these two columns are identical using the where condition. So I'm going to again use the same syntax, delete from log, and then where is now here you don't. The first part will be the name of the column, and the second part will also be the name of the column instead of providing a value. So that will be account creation date equals to last login date. You don't have to write the prefix or from because they both come from the same table. So go ahead and run this. One record was deleted. So when you check the log table, you're going to see that one record was deleted. That one record that we just added, fabricated for a Nike, where the date were identical between both of these columns for the account creation date and last login date, is now deleted. All right, and now last but not least, first of all, I need to go back and restore, delete everything from login and restore my log table. I will need it for this third example, deleting using another table. Okay, very good. Now, delete using another table, just like the update, where I said um, student record. I had the master table, and I wanted to, and I have the log table, right? Two different tables. Where the log table, hypothetically, we considered it as a log the table that is fed from a website or connected to a database that collects information about the students when they each time when they log in into their Blackboard, let's just say school website. So what we wanted to do was grab, we wanted to capture the last time that student made a login into that website, and then uh, update our update our uh, student record table, like our main master table, with that timestamp, with the date timestamp, so that when the, let's say, the principal of school wants to look at these students, and instead of having to go to the log table and go through each student manually and look at when was the last time each student made a login, logged on to this learning platform. And instead, there could be a way where the records can be updated, streamlined automatically to reflect here on the master table, which we showed and walk through it with examples in our demo on update. Now here's the other way around. Okay, so let's say with the deleting, what we're going to do is, for example, we're going to say that let's say if a record exists in the master table, if a login date exists for specific student IDs, exists in the master table, then we don't need that login record on our log table. Simple as that, because it's already been captured by the master table. Now let's go to the master table. In fact, let's go to the master table, and we have four records, right? Let me just push it a little bit up. We have 1001, 1002, and 3, and 8. So yeah, each one of these have dates, right? And let's say again, if any of these dates match the log for that particular student ID, then that record will be self-delete, will be deleted from the log table, which is this table. Now, which one of these records are identical? Let me go to my DDLs. Um, for Abdullah, I have 503. There you go. So I have, as for Jimmy, I have 723. All right, so I have two records, right? That means using the update, I've already of our logic, our update logic has already updated our, hypothetically, supposedly, has already updated our student record master table with these dates. So I have the same identical dates here. So the last time that Abdullah logged into his learning website in his school learning platform was this date, and it's already been captured here. Same thing for Jimmy, this date. It's already been captured here. So now we don't want these dates to show on the log anymore because it's already been captured. Now this is where we can use the delete logic. All right, same thing. We're going to say delete from. Now we have to specify the 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 source and target table here. Now what will be the target table that will be target of our deleting, that will be, the delete will happen, will be performed upon. So in this case, the delete will be happening on the log table. Say delete from log, right? And then we're going to say uh, this is the last login date, and we're going to say, and then where the last login date. Now remember that I need to specify something here. I have to use the using. Okay, so you're deleting from log, but then you have to use a table using student record. Okay, and here you're going to specify the prefix because the last login date for both of the tables are identical. The name of the column is identical, and I did it intentionally so that you know that when you have this kind of scenario, that you make sure to you know to specify in your script the schema name, table name. If it's a different schema name, of course. If it's a different schema table for the schema, if it's from the same schema, at least you need to make sure that you add the prefix of the table. Sorry, the name of the table as a prefix. In this case, that will be where the log dot last login date equals to student record uh, student record uh, dot login underscore date. All right, so let's go ahead and run this. All right, it says student record login date does not exist. So where did I mess up? Let me look at the name. Last login date. Oops. Right. Let's go ahead and run this. There you go. So it says delete 3, query return successfully in 50 seconds. So when we check the log table, we're going to see that actually there is uh, no data. And why is it the case? Because we do have 703, 723. We do all of the records here that were in the log were already present in the student record. So maybe I should have kept one of these records as not duplicate, maybe this one, so that we didn't have to, so that we at least we had one record left instead of deleting. Right now it's delete everything because all the records had their duplicates here on here. All the last login dates had their duplicates, and last login dates is to a record. Let's go ahead and uh, reinsert this. In fact, let me check the log. All right, it's been already deleted, so I'm going to reinsert these. All right, let me check the log again. All right, they're there now, except that there's one record where the last login date is different from the student record master table. All right, so let's go ahead and rerun this. Oops, sorry. So two records were deleted. So that's a good news. That means there's one record left. So let's go ahead, go to the log table now. There you go. So there's one record that did not meet the criteria of the last login date being identical between the log here and the student record last login date column um, here. So those other two records, this and this one, which they have their duplicates identical here. One, the next one, 723 here. Those two were deleted, and the only one that did not have it was Nike 710. There's no 710 here. That was maintained. So when you query select the log table, you only see one. So in the update, we went from the logs to the master table, and deleting, we went from master table to logs. To update the logs through deleting, not through inserting, by specifying whatever is already existent in the master table. I think we're done with this demo. Please don't forget there's will be one more demo following this one for the insertion, and that will complete the three important uh, SQL functions for inserting, deleting, and updating. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for your time.